This is the most important chapter right here, Module 3, and we're going to deal with profitability analysis and breaking down the balance sheet and the income statement into operating and non-operating components, and also breaking down profitability into components of profitability and also turnover. So we'll start off just by talking about return on equity. And to compute return on equity, there's a number of ways to do this, but we're going to use a basic formula of net income divided by average stockholders' equity. And this is probably, in addition to return on assets, the key ratio that managers and investors look at. Return on assets is kind of a measure of performance overall of the company. Return on equity is a little broader because it also takes into account leverage. And you're going to see this because return on equity takes advantage of leverage. So it relates net income to total stockholders' equity, which in essence is the investment that stockholders have made in the company. And it measures the company's performance from the perspective of the stockholders. Return on assets, you'll see it in a moment, more reflects the return from the perspective of managers. So if we were to calculate this for Intel, and that's our company for this module, we would take net income of $11,420. We would divide by average stockholders' equity, 61,085 plus 55,865 divided by 2, and we get 19.53%, and that's all you have to do. Now, if you were doing this in the real world, what you might want to do is rather than using stockholders' equity at the beginning and end, you may want to average out beginning, end, plus the ends of the second, third, and fourth, the ends of the first, second, and third quarters. So you really have 5 numbers there. You have stockholders' equity measured at the beginning of the year and at the end of each quarter, including the last quarter, and you divide all those numbers by 5. So if you're doing this with real money for your own investments, you might want to be a little more sophisticated and take that approach. And here we get 19.53%. Next, we're going to talk about how to break this down into return on assets and financial leverage.